President Bongbong Marcos signs into law the 6.3 trillion peso national budget for 2025. Marcos signs the 2025 budget in a ceremony in Malacañang on Monday, December 30, coinciding with the country's observation of Rizal Day. The budget initially amounted to 6.352 trillion pesos but was reduced to 6.326 trillion pesos, following the veto of 194 billion peso line items deemed inconsistent with the administration's priority programs. These include roughly 26 billion pesos worth of programs and projects of the Department of Public Works and Highways and 168 billion pesos on programmed appropriations.
While the final version of the budget reflects many of our shared priorities, some provisions required careful scrutiny. We take our role as stewards of our taxpayers' money seriously. And for this reason, after an exhaustive and thorough review, we have directly vetoed over 194 billion worth of the line items that are not consistent with our program priorities.
Moreover, Marcos is pursuing a conditional implementation of the Ayuda sa Kapos ang Kita program or AKAP, which will now be implemented in coordination with the Department of Social Welfare and Development, the Department of Labor and Employment, and the National Economic and Development Authority. Aside from AKAP, 11 more projects or programs were placed under conditional implementation. The budget for projects or programs under conditional implementation will not be immediately released until its implementing agencies have released guidelines.
This way, we ensure that its implementation will be strategic, leading to the long-term improvement of the lives of qualified beneficiaries while guarding against misuse and duplication and fragmented benefits. This approach is anchored on a simple yet profound truth. The appropriation of public funds must not break the public trust.
The signing of the 2025 national budget was initially scheduled for December 20, but was deferred to make way for further review. The final version of the proposed national budget for next year saw significant cuts to the budget of the DSWD, PhilHealth, and the Department of Education. One of the passengers on the ill-fated plane that crashed Sunday morning, December 29, sent a text message about the aircraft not being able to land because of a bird on the wing in one of the last known texts sent to a family member. According to a media report, a family member of one of the passengers aboard Jeju Air 7C2216, which left 179 dead in a crash landing, received the text messages moments before the incident. In a 9 a.m. text conversation with a relative, the passenger said that a bird was stuck in the wing of the aircraft, which left the plane unable to land. The Jeju Air flight, carrying 175 passengers and 6 crew, overshot the runway of Muan International Airport at around 9 a.m. on Sunday and collided with the perimeter fence. A subsequent explosion caused a fire, which fire authorities were able to extinguish at around 9:50 a.m. on Sunday. Only 2 people, both crew members, survived and are being treated for injuries. A bird strike and adverse weather conditions were cited by authorities as likely causes of the crash that flung passengers out of the plane and left it almost completely destroyed. The Metro Manila Film Festival Executive Committee clarifies that Eugene Domingo's inclusion in a segment at the Gabi ng Parangal is meant to be a tribute to the luminaries who played a significant role in its 50-year history. Domingo caught the attention of netizens after she was included in a Gabi ng Parangal segment aimed to pay tribute to the stars who came before us, according to a spiel from Gabby Garcia, who was one of the ceremony's hosts. With a performance from John Arcilla, Mark Bautista, Robert Senya, and Arman Ferrer, a video featuring Nora Honor, as well as the late actors Spanky Manikan and Sherry Hill, was flashed on stage before Domingo's face was shown. This led to netizens being confused about the video's purpose, with some calling out the festival for mistakenly leading them to believe that Domingo had already passed away. Others also demanded the festival to apologize to the actress-comedian. In a statement, the MMFF Executive Committee clarified that the segment including Domingo was meant to honor luminaries both living and past. The committee emphasizes that the tribute highlights the contributions of movie icons and was not an in memoriam segment. Aside from Domingo, former President Joseph Estrada, Christopher De Leon, Hilda Coronel, Ruel Vernal, Amy Austria, Vilma Santos, Charo Santos, and Nora Honor were also included in the MMFF's tribute. Domingo is one of the lead stars of the 2024 MMFF entry, and the breadwinner is, which also stars Vice Ganda, Gladys Reyes, Jong Hilario, Maris Sercal, Cocoy De Santos, and Malu de Guzman.